Hey guys, we are live on YouTube. I was going to say Facebook, but this is not Facebook, it's YouTube. Facebook is the other thing that's a little bit more boring on the other flip side of the world. We have, I was going to say Facebook, but this is not Facebook. I'm a newbie guy. I left my audio on my video stream. We have Basher Boy with us. How are you doing, Basher Boy?
Hello, hello. Good evening. How's it going?
So, today I've been very busy working on wires for this and electronics. It's a crazy mess. There's a lot of wires coming out of just the tail lights. Out of the tail lights, I have like one, uh, two, four, six, eight wires coming out of the tail lights.
Oh, wow.
Four wires going to the controller to get out total. So one's going to skip to the other light on the other side. But like this thing is it's crazy how many cables, how many lights is going to have. And I was going to work on the body today, but when I started working with the module, okay, I got to hide the cable there. I got to pass the cable there. So there was a lot of cables to hide. So this is my spaghetti mess so far. So big mess, lots of cable, lots of stuff to actually hide. And I was actually going to test it, but I noticed I don't have any more DIN connectors for the truck. So I chopped off the Tamiya plug that was there. Wanted to solder a DIN, no DINs. So I got to go to the hobby store.
Oh, boy.
But tomorrow, if I don't go to the hobby store tomorrow, I might steal one off another truck, unsolder it and resolder it. And then when I'm done, I got to resolder the other one. So we'll see. So what have you been up to, Basher Boy?
Oh, well, I was just finishing the Kyosho Turbo Optima. So right now still in the painting process. Tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and apply the decals and test out everything. As far as adjusting my endpoints on the servo, endpoints on the ESC, and also I'm gonna be working on the dog bones a little bit, so I can set the trimming right before I even move my trimmings, and we should be good to go.
Cool. Hey, Brando Hobbies. Thanks for the. It looks clean. It'll look cleaner once I'm done. I got lots of wires to go up there. My biggest problem right now is I don't know how far the cab is going to go back. So when I actually come with the wires, and I'm going to have to find myself one of those black tube to actually hide all the wires in there so it doesn't show. Because right now you're going to see a whole bunch of wires, colored wire going all the way up to the front. I don't like that. I'd rather get one of those mesh black tube to actually hide the wires.
Cool.
So
yeah, good evening, Brando Hobbies.
And I know that Tony from CCXRC has his live right now. His conspiracy video is on right now. So I think as soon as he gets off, he's probably going to jump in this one. So. And it's pretty cool. I almost wanted to talk about that Traxxas 6x6 tonight and a bunch of other things that I saw this week that actually came out, but I decided, I'll just pass it by and I'll just keep concentrating on this. So.
Keep it to Maya build, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, Tuga, how's it going? Good evening.
Tuga RC, you're still up.
Yeah. And then Brando's Hobby says you can find some shrink wrap that might work at your parts store.
Yeah, black shrink tube might work, but the other one is easier to the wire mesh tube is a little easier to work with because you can actually remove it and come back easily and just by stretching it. Just by stretching it, you can move it or make it tighter and make it look good.
Yeah, I actually agree with you on that one. If you use a shrink tube, say for example that you tear off with one of the wires, and it's just gonna be hard to take off, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what you think about that there, Tech. That's my personal opinion.
Now I got to try to attach this thing onto the back again, and then I got to run all the wires. So let me switch that, and RC Basher Boy is going to be here to read some of the comments while I have my head down. So let me quickly switch camera, and I'll have to make sure it's in focus.
Yep, we see you very well. Well, on my end. I mean, I don't know about the viewers, but
there we go.
Looks good.
So you're going to do a, you're going to bring your RC to your arena that you call it?
Well, most likely I'll do what I want to do there.
Okay.
I've had a couple inquiries asking me just to showcase it. I have other inquiries, to showcase it and bash it. I've had inquiries to use my crawler, to take it to the arena, showcase it and bash it. So it's like, everything. Well, yeah. So I am really taking notes here. I'm really considering all the feedback that I've been getting. For all my viewers, in this comment section. So yeah, man, once the vehicle is done, once I'm ready to, use it and stuff, yeah, I'll show it up to all you guys. So
cool.
That's the idea.
And you got all the electronics on it for it, I believe. Which electronics were you putting on that again?
I went ahead and I went with the Sidewinder combo,
okay.
So motor and ESC. Cool. I also picked up a fan for the ESC. I went ahead and put a Spectrum receiver on there, and it's not a fancy Savox servo, but I have a Savox servo on there. I don't remember how many ounces or how much power it gets, but it's a good one.
Good. Yeah, so many things I did on this build, and then after building it, I realized I got to take everything apart because of the light kit or the electronics. So I should have looked at the electronic portion of this a little quicker, because there's a lot of friggin' stuff.
Oh yeah, man. And same thing with the Kyosho build. So I did build the first Optima back in 1985. It's a re-release, and comparing it to the Turbo Optima, there was I guess simpler way now to build the Turbo Optima that I was building the re-release regular Optima.
Okay.
I was having that I remember, I built the regular Optima like actually when it came out too, like maybe 2015, 2014, around there. And I was having a lot of issues, pretty much fitting all the servo horns and all the links that go into the steering, because it's right in the center of the chassis. And it was giving me a headache. And now, coming back to the turbo, Kyosho actually made it a lot simpler.
Good.
To actually mount all that hardware, in the middle of that chassis. I will be talking about it when I have time. And of course, Kyosho Wednesday, I've been getting a lot of ideas as I go, with this build and everything else. So I'll definitely, tell you guys all about it. So let me catch up on chat here, Tank.
Yeah, and welcome Steve O.D. from the 313.
What's up? What's up?
Hey, Steve. Good evening.
So,
So 2RC says, yeah, I'm good. I'm working on a friend's truck.
Cool.
And then Brando's Hobby is asking, do you know a good ESC to use for the WPL? You're meaning about the that little Toyota crawler truck, if I'm not mistaken, right? And then
yeah,
G Screens RC, how's it going? Good evening.
Grant. It's Grant.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Grant.
Yep.
Jesus for Grant's Green RC.
Grant. So Island RC Duke, just stopping by to give my support. Going to bed later, guys. Have fun.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Sleep tight there, buddy. Thank you.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
So what's up, Steve? What you doing?
Are you still putting stickers?
Yes, I am.
What does that thing look like so far? Oh, you repainted it.
Yeah, same as last night. Besides, I did the paint over on the wing here, so it's on the right side now.
Well, one should be on the right side. The other one should be on the left side.
Ha 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 ha! You funny guy. I'm going to use some of this other tape. Instead of the double-sided tape they give you, I got this stuff that Micron sent me a while back, and this
That's
shit.
pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, it's sticky.
I remember, Steve, when Micron actually hooked you up with a bunch of random stuff, right? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's when this came. He got a tick remover, all types of weird shit. Sunglasses.
A pen.
He sent you a tick remover?
Yeah, sunglasses, all types of crazy shit.
Yeah, even so, the thing that cracked me up is that Micron also sent them pens. I'm like, really? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Markers, pens.
Markers. And I'm like, all right, cool. And I was also fortunate to receive another set of tires, because he also gave away some tires.
Yeah, he gave me a big ass box. Remember, he gave me the biggest box, and then JD Vessel sent me the box that he sent him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I ended up with like 3 boxes of tires.
Tire.
Wow.
Yeah, and I have a bunch of boxes of tires too. So, so yeah, if you're here, Micron, appreciate it, man. Thanks. So, Bulgari RC Videos just joining us, says, hey guys. And so Brando's Hobby says, yes, the C24 and the C34K. I'm not that familiar with those rigs. I don't know if here in live stream, Tank or Steve can.
For those, no. But go by the scale of the truck. If they say it's a 1/16 or 1/24, you can use pretty much any ESC for it. But the problem is most of those ESC, they have the receiver built in.
Yeah, they're not going to fit what they have. They have WPL ESCs that you can find on Banggood that are just basically a computer chip or whatever type of chip you want to call it, with your battery leads on one side and 2 leads up the other side.
But if you're going to use an aftermarket from another company, you might have to change a lot of things like the receivers, your transmitter, even up to your servo. So you got to be careful.
So hopefully that answers your question, man. So and me, I have little knowledge on those trucks, and so I picked it up and actually I just put it away. So I guess I should have just used it more, but yeah, I mean, overall, man, it's a cool truck to work on. So.
Oh yeah.
So next comment here. So is Grant G's Green RC says, I want to change my channel name, but I'm not sure how I feel about that. What do you guys think?
Keep
Well,
it simple.
You only get what three times to change your name.
Yeah, something like that.
Really?
But
I
keep
don't know.
it as simple as you can.
I like it. G's Greens RCs. I mean, I like it. And Fern Solo joining us. Bonjour, everyone.
Bonjour, monsieur. Comment ça va aujourd'hui?
And as you can see, Frank knows French. So
Came from CCXRC. Cool, Mike. Thanks for dropping in.
actually, Mike G and Joe Harrison. So
What is Tony doing? Another live conspiracy thing?
Yeah.
Yep.
He should be done soon. He usually drops on mine after.
Yep.
Yeah, he's talking about the Traxxas tonight.
The 6x6.
Yep. The
and Sean's RC Adventure says just putting the little one to bed, then I'll jump in.
cool.
Brando's Hobby says, okay, cool. I'll check that out. I really appreciate you guys' help on that. So there you go.
Cool.
And then Shen's RC also showing support. Says, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, everyone. So please do so.
If any of you want to jump into the live with us, either voice or video, go ahead and enter this number. If you want to join in by phone, there is a way to do it also, and I'll post that up also in a second.
You did another live conspiracy, Tony?
Yes. Can you hear me?
You gonna go on every night with that?
No.
Hey,
Just
Tony,
'cause-
good evening.
Hey, good evening. Just because Traxxas made me 2 for 2 so far.
What you called the 6x6? Or just
We
that?
thought that if they came out with a 6x6 TRX4, it would compete with Axial. But we also called it the silver and black is the way to do the Mercedes. And they
Nice.
just triple hammered their 4x4 version by releasing it.
So Bulgar RC Video says, what do you say? I don't know what he's asking that to. And Jury VRC says, let's get the thumbs up, boys. And we got Jack in the house. Thanks to me, whatever that means. So, hey, Jack, good evening. And G's Greens RC says, I wanted to go with GGRC, but there's already a channel with that name. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. I like G's Greens RC, man. It's unique. It's okay. And then Jury VRC says, finish my lunchbox, and now I'm super sad. Really. I need more to build. Just have to paint it tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw some pictures on Instagram.
Oh, really? Cool, man. Wow. Yeah, I mean, the lunchbox isn't really something, out of the blue that it's going to take a couple of days. Actually, you can build that, in a couple of hours. I don't know if you guys can relate, but.
Well, this kind of truck takes a long time to do all the electronics. Right, Tony?
Oh, I'm so mad at mine right now. I can't even tell you, Tank.
Oh, because of the stuff you use, the Loctite?
Yeah.
Why is it all crumbling?
Well, the rear fender just came off. I tilted it on its side to go flip the on switch, and it just fell off.
Wow.
All of it broke away, and then the steering servo, which I didn't put Loctite on, that little spacer on one of the servo savers.
Okay.
You've got like that little black C that you put in there, kind of a spacer, broke in half. So
Really?
now I've got to figure out what to do to fix that. Just it's pissing me off. And then it's not shifting right. And I guess I followed the directions, but I guess I have to do it like a reset and then train it.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed that there's a way to train it, or when you follow the manual.
Yeah.
Kind of odd. I'm making a mess of my rear tail light. Where is it? I'm using tire glue and trying a different type of glue or whatever to actually glue these lenses together, and they're a pain in the butt.
I told Tank, and I don't know your guys, I don't know if you guys can actually agree with me, but isn't hobby grade glue easier to work with? What do you guys think?
I've always used just like Duratrax or HPI. That's the only glue that I really use, like for tires and shit like that.
For which one? Tire glue? Or what kind of glue?
What about
No.
plastic?
Example, so Loctite offers you hobby grade glue. I mean, aside from, Loctite, the blue, red, what have you. So they do have super glue, which is hobby grade.
Yeah, I use that all the time.
That same
I
here.
use the gel one a lot.
This,
Yeah.
I use this one right here. This Loctite.
Well, that's the thread lock, but they actually use like a super glue for when you have to glue things together. I use the gel one all the time. It's super good glue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let me catch up on chat here, gentlemen. So Vulgar RC Video says, LOL. So he was referring that he didn't understand. So it was when you were speaking French, Tank. Jury V says, the lunchbox took me 4 hours, and it's my first Tamiya. And actually, yeah, man, you can finish that bad boy, pretty simple. And here's a message from Epic RC Video Productions, Jack. He says, Tony, what's up with that ASMR at the end of your live?
I have no idea what that even means.
The whispering, yeah.
Go ahead, Steve.
Like, it's like people do ASMR, or what it's called. It's like a
whispering in the mic.
Whispering, and it's supposed to bring tingles down the people's spine, like tapping on stuff or touching stuff and satisfying. I don't know. It's a millennial thing, I think.
Is that when I talked about the semi-truck?
Yeah, something like that.
Welcome to the segment of RC Conspiracies. Oh man. Okay, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm just gonna stick to chat. Let's see. So Brando's Hobbies said, I'm out, guys. See you all with beers on there. So see you later. Hopefully you're still here or not. Take it easy. So Jury V says, I don't need any more crawler. I barely use the one I have. The shelf queen says I bought it at Bulgaria RC Videos. I guess they're talking among each other. Burn Solo says, guys, always a pleasure to hang out with you, but I go to work tomorrow. Peace out.
See you, Fern. Yeah, I mean, if I were to get something, I would get the. I mean, I know it's a pain in the butt to work on because I've said it, but I would rather have the semi truck, I think, than 6x6 at this point. Maybe that's what Traxxas could come out with. Take Tamiya to school.
Tamiya. Hey Tuga, good evening.
It's not Tamiya, it's Tamiya.
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 Yeah.
Tamiya. Hey Tuga, can you hear us? You there?
Reverse. Hey, Tuga's in the live video.
And then, so keeping up with chat says Bulgar RC Videos says, send it to me. I'll use it for you. Rock Allen, hello. Thanks for stopping by. Jerry V says for super glue he uses Gorilla.
Oh yeah.
And they're just talking about Tony's talking about I guess the 6x6. I'm not sure.
I would rather have a semi truck than probably both the axial and the Traxxas. But that's just because I don't like the bodies, and I think that semi trucks look cooler.
They're
And why both
fun to
American
work on.
companies have thrown dirt or haven't thrown out something that's really cool and like an old school military truck, USA style. But China's got us for that, I guess. So we'll just stick with that.
Yeah. Well, semi trucks are so cool to work on. Like it's a fun project. It's way funner than building a TRX4 or a crawler.
Now yours has a big side plate there between the wheels, huh?
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, it makes it nice and clean.
Sure does.
How's everyone? Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes.
I can hear you now. Good morning for you.
Yeah, pretty much. Thank you.
You've been up all night or you wake up early?
I've been up early and I've been up all day and all night.
Oh. So you're one of those people that barely need sleep or you just work a lot?
A bit of both.
A little bit of both, yeah. So what are you wrenching on?
I've got a friend's truck with me. STX. I don't know if you guys know those models.
SCX, yeah.
Yeah. Today we were just out for a little bit, and then he had a tumble, and one of these bolts that hold the steering links in place broke off.
Oh, okay.
Fortunately, those bolts are the 2mm bolts, 2 mil, or 2M. I mean, M2s. Sorry. And he does not have any. I told him just leave them in my house. I've got a few. I can get a sorted for you. But then I couldn't just leave it there. There's a lot of things that needs to be done on this truck. So doing it and giving a surprise for him, I'm just doing a full service.
Aha. So while it's in the garage, might as well fix it, all the little bugs with it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so Beanfield Ellis Turtle just joined us. Says that truck is looking good, Tank.
It's the electronics I find that takes the longest to install all those little tiny lights on the side, in the back, like the back tail lights, especially that I did not follow the instruction. As you're building it, they tell you to install it. Well, I just figured I'll put it together and I'll install the lights later. That was a mistake.
Yeah, to take it all apart again, and
Yeah, it takes longer. So I took the panels off the side and then I rebuilt it, and I had to paint these guys, the little yellow lights, orange light on the side, but also I had to find out which color they were, because I do have the paint from Tamiya, the one that's semi-transparent. I do have the yellow, the red, and the orange. So I can do my own little lights, which I've done.
Cool.
And I've also done the back tail light.
So Dries Green RC says, okay, everyone, I'm really going to bed now. Happy RCing, everyone. Take it easy.
I'm really going to bed now.
Yeah. And also Jack was asking, what you were talking about, Tony. So Volger already went ahead and told him that you were talking about the 6x6 Mercedes-Benz vehicle from Traxxas. So.
Yeah. I don't know. I see some turtles.
For few driven, like this is he's pretty far out there.
The heck was that?
What was that?
Me.
Don't know. Okay, so that's there. Now I
Then
gotta figure out.
Bulgar RC video's got to go. Take it easy, Uncle Lee.
Later, Bulgaria.
Yeah, later, Bulgar. Hey, what's up, everyone?
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Toga.
Hello, hello. Good evening.
Evening.
And Tracy Lee says, "What's up, CCXRC? Send me over to your channel." Well, we're actually hosting Tony from CCXRC. He's also here.
Yeah, Tony dropped by and he brought some friends. Awesome.
Told
Cool.
everybody to come over here.
Thanks.
I can hear someone's having a party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, who parties on a Wednesday night? Probably the drunk blonde across the street.
I'm not gonna say.
Oh, probably the kids that are barely going into college, man.
No, it's probably the drunk blonde from across the street.
Oh, okay.
The bleach blonde, fucking hair, drunk.
So Tank,
So
what's your
see-
favorite part of the build so far? I mean, I loved putting together the transmission. I don't know that I did it right. I sent you that picture last night, but that was probably my favorite part, was doing that transmission.
The transmission was a lot of fun. Let me tell you one thing. One thing I do not like is this part right now. Doing all the lights and the LEDs.
Yeah. Got to
it's-
focus, by the way.
Hey?
Yep.
Got to focus. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lights and stuff are terrible.
Transmission was really cool to build, and especially like I did turn it and I did check to see when I was shifting gear to make sure it was working right. It seemed to be all working right, but when you actually hold it on a 45 or on an angle like going 90 degree, it does jam. I don't know why. It's
Yeah. Well, and see, I need to figure out, because I don't even know how it works, because it's like I had to make my drive, I had to like push left and up, not like put it into gear, and then the other way and up, put it into a different. It was weird. So I think that mine's just not set up right. And then other times you just go, and you hear like gears like sound like they're just beating each other up inside there.
oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the center, your center position is your second gear. So
Yeah.
that's always in second gear. As soon as you push it forward, I believe that's third gear. And then when you push it all the way back, it's first gear.
I need to figure it out. It's
You know why you
I
can't
should have
hear?
Axial come down here and help me with it.
Yeah, actually, Axel did a really good job with his grand hauler.
Yeah, I know. That's why he needs to come down here and help me out.
Yeah.
He's
No, what's that, Sean?
Yeah, Axio's got a few of them. He done the ground hauler build and he done a king hauler as well. He's got a few of them he done builds on.
Yeah, and I think Axiomatic is closer to you, so he could go over there and help you out.
He's not far. He's probably a couple out. I mean, I could drive up there. I'm going to DC anyway in a couple months.
Okay.
Like, hey, meet me here.
Hey, I was thinking of going to DC.
Take my mess and fix it.
My wife wants to go visit DC.
Have you not been there?
I've been there, but my wife hasn't.
It's pretty amazing. I mean, it's overwhelming, but it's also amazing.
I want to wait till Trump is gone, and then I'll go.
It's safe right now, man.
DC's funny though, like you got the main area and then walk out of the main area and get mugged in a heartbeat. You know?
What was that, Sean? I missed it.
I say DC's a funny sort of place because you've got the main area and then walk out of the main area for 5 minutes and you get mugged in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you got to stay in the main area for sure, where all the the government stuff is you head down the wrong roads and outside of town, it gets a little sketch.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say that the reason why you can't hear Tony that well, Tank, is that he's using that ASMR microphone. That's the issue.
Am I quiet again? Is that the problem?
No, I hear you fine.
No, you are talking like this,
Okay.
Well, I've got a compressor on, so it should stay the same no matter how we talk.
Welcome to another segment of RC's Conspiracies. Sexy.
Maybe RC Talk tomorrow. That's where we're gonna call it, and we're gonna whisper all through RC Talk.
Oh boy,
RC whispers.
Yeah.
Just whispering aloud.
The Axial camp tonight.
What's that?
So I think there's probably not whispers coming from the Axial camp tonight.
No, it's the guy that hosts the RC camp. It's BSRC.
Yeah.
We haven't seen BSRC in a while. Hope he's doing well, man.
Yeah, he put out a video the other day, so I think he's just working nights or something like, didn't he?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's
It
working
went
nights.
like radio silent, then all of a sudden he was on like a couple of live streams and then went radio silent again, it seems like.
I won't say nothing about that.
So I have a question for the people in the chat. So Tank and I, before we went live, we were talking about how do you actually pronounce Tamaya or Tamiya?
So how do you
What's
think
your
the
take?
people in the chat are going to respond to that?
Easy.
They can't. They
Yeah,
can't
they
pronounce it, so they can't respond to it.
You can use a Y or an I. So Y is my, Tamaya, and then Tamiya.
Tomato, ketchup. There's different ways to pronounce things.
Yeah,
Ketchup.
I say Maya.
No, it's tomato. There's no tomato. That's just crap.
Potato.
Yeah.
Gotta focus again, Tank.
Got to focus.
Well,
Yeah, you went out of focus.
Oh,
is
I'm
it
out of
just
focus.
hanging? Is it because like that's making the lens fall?
I don't know. Even when it was straight, I still had issues with it. Let's recheck this there. Oh yeah, it's really out of focus. Holy cow.
Yeah. Bingo. Now we see.
ASM,
There's the D.
ASMR Tony figured that one out.
Hey, if I'd have, I'm talking normal. Does it sound ASMR still?
No.
Just busting chops, man.
I can turn my compressor down. Maybe this is better.
It's fine with
I'm
me.
just messing with you, man.
I just use compressor a lot because it keeps it so if you whisper, it's the same level as if you're talking loud.
True.
And it's just kind of fun that way. You can be like Batman.
Dirty party white. Okay.
Very
You know
well.
how fancy I am with my electronics? I'm using Apple headphones right now.
Apple headphones.
Yes.
That might explain a lot of things.
G, you are so right on. You always said Tamaya, but apparently in Japan it's Tamiya. I mean, apparently in Japan to the people who created the company, it's Tamiya. Yes, you're right. RC Basher Boy, what do you have to say?
What do you have to say for that?
No, well, so right now, Tank is actually
The
building.
owners don't know what they're talking about.
Well, hold on, let me explain myself. So right now, Tank is actually building a semi truck. You, Tony, are actually building a semi truck. So do you say a semi tractor trailer or a semi tractor trailer?
Well, it's
Well, neither.
semi-final.
Yeah.
Semi.
Well,
There you
neither.
go.
From where me and Toga are from, we actually call it a lorry.
A lorry?
Oh,
We call it a lorry. There's a lorry coming down the street, not a semi. Like we call it a lorry.
oh. Well,
This sounds like that milk video that I saw on YouTube way back. Milk. Milk.
Oh, this is getting on my nerve.
Beanfield Alice Turtle says, I'm talking through my phone and I say Tamiya Tamaya. I mean, he's
Yes,
pronounced.
Tamiya as well. Or does she say Tamiya?
I don't know. I'm Tamaya all the way.
Whichever way you say it, I'm going to know what you're talking about. So
Exactly. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe this can be actually a conspiracy, Tony. Tamiya Tamaya.
That would be a pretty good one.
So, get to the bottom of it. Let us know how you pronounce it. Who came up with this Tamiya Tamaya dilemma? Say me, but
where the heck do people hide these wires on these trucks?
That's what I did, Tank. Hey, does yours come with the little wrap that you put it in? The black tube?
No, there was no tube, no wrap.
I didn't think so either. And then I found one after.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I zip tied mine to the frame. And then later on, I found the tube. And I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Don't think so.
Yeah, most of them have the black. It's like a little black corrugated tube.
Yeah, and you twist it open. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you watch I did the exact same thing and then found it, and I was so pissed.
Have you noticed that, Steve?
I took it like that, and then I drilled a hole up through the battery compartment, right where the body comes down, because I didn't want to have to go up through the front and then back, because I was changing where all of mine mounted to have it upright.
Well, this is where it's going to go for now, and then later I'll change it. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So are you guys noticing that Steve was actually concentrating really, really hard?
I saw that.
Yeah, this thing, man. So many stickers.
Tamia, man.
Tamaya, do you need help there, Steve? You want me to send out Tony? Actually, Tony's pretty expensive. Last time he told me how much he makes a day, and oh boy, I was like, yep. Because out of a joke, I said, hey, Tony, do you mind if you help me out, with making a video here at the RC Basher Boy Arena? It's like, well, he threw me that number, and I said, whoa. So that's one guy I'm not.
I didn't want to make a video for you, Basher Boy.
Well, professionalism, you do have to pay for it.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, I got to pay for all my equipment. I got to pay for my computers. I have a $80 a month subscription to Adobe, or whatever it is. It's expensive.
Oh, yeah.
When you add up all those things, you have to add that into the cost that you charge. So it's not like I get to take home that much money.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
And
okay,
it's freelance, so I don't get a job every day. So you've got to be able to pay for the times when it's got to cover your business. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. And here's the thing. If I would have hired you,
I wouldn't have actually charged you that much money. I just told you how much I charge typically.
Oh, okay. So it'd be probably like $550.
No. I do trades.
Oh no.
You've got some nice cars I've seen.
That's out of the question, buddy.
House. In fact, the cost of making a Glamisphere video was me just keeping the car.
There you go.
Right?
No, that's not of the terms and conditions. That's not what we agreed on.
The way I see it is you're actually already getting a video for free. Maybe 2 videos.
Yeah, you're gonna make Glamisphere video.
You got to read the fine print, everybody.
Right?
I've just got to pay for this audio system I got for RC Conspiracy.
No, and let me tell you this, man. Since that car has been, well, not through the whole country, but it actually has gone from west to east, if you think about it, and then it kind of looped back to the west, and it's coming back to me. So technically, that vehicle has a bunch of miles, man. Really.
It's got a lot of miles on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be worth less.
Yep. But sentimental value, that's where it's at, man.
That's what I feel about all my Clodbusters. They're the best, some of the best RCs I own. They're not the fastest, strongest. They're just the best.
So Beanfield Alice Turtle says, Steve-O, what are you putting stickers on?
The Toyota Gazoo Racing.
It's the Toyota TS50. I don't know what they call it, Gazoo, but it's the Toyota T050.
I think it's more like a Le Mans car or something.
Yes. Yeah. I'm a true fan of Le Mans, and you know, even the TS10, the TS20, the TS30. You know, even the TS10 is the most gorgeous one, you know, out of the whole
It's getting there.
bunch. But
Slowly but surely, I'm doing the biggest stickers first. Well, actually, they're kind of going in order. Like I'm on sticker number 11, so I guess they mapped it out that way, so it'd be easier to do.
It's starting to look good, that's for sure.
so speaking about a little bit of Le Mans, or Le Mans, you know how they say it. So in 2016, actually, the Le Mans of 2016, if you check out the videos on Le Mans, the 24-hour race, so it was the Toyota TS50, the number 5 and number 6. So basically, they did the 24-hour race, and about 10 minutes in, you know, before the race would end, Toyota lost to Porsche or Porsche, however you spell it. But oh man, I actually saw the previews of that, and that actually made me cry too, man, because the car failed right on the finish line, you know, with about 3 minutes, you know, to finish the race.
Really?
Le Mans is timed, you know, based on time, not by the laps. So, you know, there were 3 minutes, you know, to end the race, and number 6, I think, was the one that broke down, and it was actually in first place. So that sucked.
I picked number 7. You can be number 7 or number 8 on this one. Good thing there wasn't a 6. Be bad luck.
Actually, I would have put 6, man, because boy, oh man, it was just it's one of those things, man, that, you know, once you're almost there and you just can't get there, that's how I felt, you know, the whole team, and I kind of felt their sorrow, but oh man, so yeah, it sucked. And then I think last year, I think they won it. They won Le Mans. So if I'm not mistaken, Japan has won twice in Le Mans. The first one was the Mazda back in, I don't know if it's early or late 90s, and then recently Toyota took the win recently. So yeah. Jerry V is asking, what is the difference between the Kyosho Scorpion and the Baja Beetle, other than the bodies? It's the same chassis, just a different body. Just there is a difference, if I'm not mistaken, on the top, on the Beetle. Actually, it has body posts. I don't know if you want to get a Scorpion compared to a Beetle, but those body posts are the one that makes the difference. but the whole chassis, everything is the same thing. So, and Kevin Gibbs just joining us. How's it going? Good evening.
Snoop Dogg.
What's going on, man?
Mr.
In the house. He's got some new RCs that are really cool.
Yep.
Yeah, Vanquish. I've been seeing on Facebook some of the cool stuff he's got.
I don't know why I'm putting the tie wraps on this right now because I have to test it before finishing dressing it, but they're on. Okay. Side lights are done. Rear lights are done. Now I have to start building the cab. And once they tell me to install the light, I'll install the lights because it's all ready.
Cool.
So did you go with the square fuel tanks or the round fuel tanks? Like,
These are actually square. And this one was actually changed with the sound module to give you the tanks for it. And depending on the truck,
because they give you both options, don't they? They give you round or square.
yeah, well, yeah. If you have a truck that has a round gas tank like this one is round, they do give it to you. They also give you this one, which is a different type of truck also. But my truck, this is the one that fit my truck for the bolt and all the rest of the stuff that comes with my truck, because there's a lot of things different. Well, especially where the servos are for this truck compared to Tony's truck. This is the original box that came with this one, which is the just the on-off switch, and it's got that little shelf there to put the ESC. But now because my ESC is up here, there's nothing going to be here. So.
And then Kevin Gibbs, Tank says, looking good, Tank.
Thanks. You won't see that when the truck is built, I guess. I'm hoping, but I don't know how far back the cab is actually going to come. I think the cab comes to this point because I did notice when it flips, there is a place where there's going to be a pin to actually connect the
cab.
The cab, yeah. There's a place where when it flips and it locks, you can put a body pin to actually lock it there.
Yours looks way different.
Well, yeah, the way the front is, yeah.
Because all mine sits back.
Hey?
All mine sits where. Yeah, mine sits right where your on-off switch looking thing is.
Okay. Yeah, everything is in the front cab, and that's why right now I did not even install my sound box and I didn't put the screen on. Simple reason is I think it's gonna fit. If I put it here, I don't think I can put on my interior. But what I noticed last night.
But you want the sounds, right?
Oh yes.
More than the interior. Or no?
This is my cab.
Uh-huh.
And I do have a top for it. And I'm pretty sure the speaker is going to fit in there. Just the speaker should fit in there. So I think that's where I'm going to be putting the speaker, which is on top here. And like that, I'll keep my interior.
Cool.
But for now, let's put this on the ground and start working on the mirrors, I guess.
Let's catch up on chat here. So Kevin Gibbs is asking, is that a new mic, Tony?
It's an old mic. It's one of them from my music days. I needed a XLR mic. So I'm running it all now through a mixer so I can do my computer audio through and back in. So I'm going to have a guest from Big Squid on to talk about the next Capra conspiracy.
There's I did find some digital mixers that you can actually load software on your PC and do all that.
Really?
Yep.
Ah, that'd have been so nice.
I will find it and I'll send you the link. I think it does work on Mac also, but the one I found was for PC. But I'm sure it works on Macs.
And John Martin just came in. So hello, guys. Welcome.
Hey, John. How you doing?
What are your thoughts, Tony, on that Capra? Do you think it's going to be an interesting one, or?
I honestly have no idea, man. I have no insider information about any of this stuff.
I know it's weird. Like
it's lucky intuition, the first two. That's why I said I need to retire while I'm ahead. That's 2 for 2, right?
Yeah.
I mean, at least with the Capra, something's coming. They've already announced it, so I can't tell if it's a transmission that switches or if it's going to do dig or what it's going to do exactly. But there's something cool with the transmission. We've got portal axle. That's new for Axial, so that's cool. And I think it's going to be a rock racer because Greg Sopa, I do know he is the director of marketing for surface vehicles at Horizon Hobby. He was driving around in a rock racer at Axial Fest. And there's also pictures of an Axial branded, real full-size rock racer of sorts. Total cage type chassis thing with just a few side panels that on a couple of forums. So that's my guess. I have no insider. I just am snooping around. That's all. I'm Googling and looking at images and all that.
Maybe it's something to take over the bomber line because it gets to the bomber. No.
Maybe.
Is the bomber discontinued? I think the bomber's still a cool line. It's better than the Yeti was.
No, I think they're discontinuing the bomber, no?
Yeah, it's discontinued.
It is?
Yeah. It's gone.
Wow. RC Girl couldn't save it? Hers is awesome. Right? I mean, come on. Her bomber is so rad.
Yeah.
The Axial Yeti XL was discontinued. The bomber was also discontinued, and then they just kept the Wraith. They just made it into 1.9, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So hopefully it's something to take over the bomber. That would be cool. Like that bomber was a beast. Like.
And sorry to say, but I'm sure Tank is gonna say otherwise, but I wish they could bring the Exoterra. That was one of the vehicles that I don't know why Axial just discontinued it, but
yeah.
Too many people were complaining, I guess, for the battery location. I guess.
But it was a cool car, man.
Yeah,
the only
it
thing was
ran pretty good, yes.
Yeah, so Jack was asking, did anyone see Sparks jet boat? That thing is insane. $1,000 to buy in Australia.
Well, Team Associated is coming out with a new kit again, crawler. It's the same truck, but with 1.55s on it.
Element.
It's an Element with small tires.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, well, that was the thing, like on that Element, even the tires that's on it rub the inside flares anyway.
Yep.
When you it might actually do a lot better with 155. The only problem with 1.55 is there's not many people make decent rims for that size.
So Tony, I was gonna say, man, the the whole segment that you have as far as conspiracies, man, actually it's an endless conversation that you can have, with your viewers, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're just targeting several brands, but there's brands out there, man, that, if you do your research, it's like, what happened, and,
What
did they
happened to
turn out be?
Kyosho? Where did they go?
Yeah, like something like Kyosho, why is it that Tamaya is more popular than Kyosho? Or, where did Vatera go? Why did Vatera started dropping, so many vehicles on their lineup? Also, Team Associated, HPI, what's going to happen to them? And on top
There's
of
a
my
lot.
head,
I mean, because HPI has been tossed around, and they've actually got a lot of cool stuff that's come out recently. So that's really cool.
yeah, and also right now the main thing to talk about is Arma. I know it's not a conspiracy, but more of a history. Through the years, I learned that Team Durango came from Arma. Team Durango was an Arma vehicle, and
Arma came from Team Durango, not
Yeah, opposite.
or yeah, that you know what I mean. But stuff like that, man, you can think about, and also Losi, from the years that they got picked up from Horizon, and till today. Something that I can say is that from 2013 till now, they went from a really good brand to they're just, I guess, more budget production way, to do their things now. Because back then the things were more sturdier, much more durable. But now it's, they just became so cheap. So there's a bunch of stuff, man, that I mean, if I had your segment, man, I mean, I'll be doing my homework.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of things you can talk about when.
Yeah, you're right, Tank. There's a ton. But it's also just a way when new releases come out to not, just talk about it and try and talk about it ahead of time. It's all about just keeping people excited about new stuff.
Yeah. And
Right?
and when you say conspiracy, you're not telling them you know exactly what's coming out. You're saying that's what you've heard about.
Right. Or what I think might be next, or what people are talking about, what they want to see. I mean, it gives a lot of latitude to just dropping theories out there,
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, so Ben saying that was turtle is that's kind of weird. They didn't put portal axles on Unimog, but they put it on a new rock racer.
Yeah, it is weird.
But then you get, again, like people forget G-Made were the first ones to come out with portal axles. Like that G1, like that rock bouncer they had, the crawler.
Yeah.
That thing is portal axles from day one.
Yeah.
Like everybody sees them on the tracks. I think tractors came out with portal axles.
Yeah, and when people were saying that Traxxas was going to come out with Portal Axle, and they were all excited and saying, all right, finally someone that's going to do Portal Axle right, they won't break and so on, but it keeps breaking.
Yeah, it does.
Well, that's because people keep putting too much power to it or too much torque. You do have to be smart when you're crawling.
That's it. It's the same as like people complain about the Traxxas servo, but
Yep.
And the Traxxas servo was designed to a certain spec. So once you add heavier wheels and beadlocks and all that, then the servo's not actually designed for the extra weight that you're putting on it.
Right.
So it's not really the servo's fault.
And also another topic that you can talk about, Tony. So I don't know if it was in 2013 or 2014. So Traxxas sued Vatera because of their twin hammers, and I don't know if you're aware of that. But one of the main reasons that Traxxas sued Vatera is because the cantilever suspension that it had on the Twin Hammers. Apparently, they say that they stole that feature from the Evo.
Now every company in China has it.
Yeah.
You know, but see, Vatera, took the big old, sued situation with Traxxas, and yeah, I mean, next thing you know, the Twin Hammers is discontinued.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what that Swedish company that took over HPI. It'll be interesting. They're talking a good game. Like, they're saying they're going to release a lot of the stuff that is already in stock, and they're going to bring back some of the crawlers, and there's some pipeline too. So
That, yeah,
I mean, there's
that's
some
a lot
cool
of-
crawlers. I mean, that Toyota FJ is awesome.
the Venture.
Yeah, and there's so many of their cool on-road cars right now too. I mean, I want a bunch of their on-road cars.
yeah,
True story that I can relate with HPI. When they officially released the Toyota Venture, the FJ Cruiser,
Yeah.
I pre-ordered it at my local hobby shop. I said, you know what, I want it. I'm sold. Order it. And they just looked at me like, okay, well, I paid it, right? And a month passed, like, hey, any word from HPI? And they just laughed and they look at the release date, dude. And they had no schedule, nothing.
yeah.
So, long story short, it took me literally a year for me to get that truck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I even forgot about it. I remember out of the blue, I just get a call from my hobby shop and like, hey, Gabriel, like, yeah, guess what's here? And I was, like I said, I was blank. I was like, I don't know. And I was thinking about a person, right? Like, oh man, your Venture's here. Like, oh, that came in. And yeah, man, but it literally took me a long time. And actually, I do estimate a year, just to get it. So,
And it's crazy though, because they sort of led the market in the rally cars,
Yep.
yeah. So another conspiracy that you can say is, why does it take so long, to get HPI parts? So there you go.
Castle Creations motors out of stock. There's a ton.
Oh, and speaking about RC parts, you can talk about Novak. The brand Novak, I don't know if it was bought out by Castle, but then again, you really don't know what really happened there. But
Of course, I know what happened to Novak. Everybody knows what happened to Novak.
what happened?
They stopped the guy that was manufacturing, the big boss that was doing it, wanted to get out. He tried to sell his company. Nobody wanted to buy it. Nobody in his family wanted to keep going, so they just closed it.
Yeah, it wasn't because they weren't selling.
They were selling. They were doing stuff. It's just the guy got too old and just wanted to retire. He just got enough of it.
I heard that's kind of what happened with Sen Racing too. Somebody else got a hold of it. The family had it, and they weren't interested in it like the father was.
Yeah, probably.
That's crazy. The father made the kids all the money and everything, and then someday they'll realize the money runs out.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping you're taking notes, Tony, because like I said, these are interesting topics that you can actually talk about with you and your little alien there in your segment.
Hold on, guys. I got to turn my volume up. I can't hear anything you said.
Oh, really?
I'm just kidding. I got notes, man. I hear you.
If not, just replay the video.
There's a lot. Yep, I'll give Tank a couple of extra views.
Yeah, that's it.
And then speaking about parts also, so when Spectrum came out, that's also another, conspiracy theory of how they launched and, how they were gonna, survive, with the big old, I guess, giant, which is, it is still Futaba and other, major brands out there. But yeah, also Spectrum has a lot to offer too.
Don't knock the Spectrum.
I like the Spectrum. Jack is saying that I should do a flat Earth conspiracy. I think it'd be great. Flat Earth and RCs.
Yeah.
Just think of all the stuff you can do.
Like flat earthers, and their biggest thing is we've got people all around the world. Like,
Is this car actually jumping straight, or is it jumping kind of curved? The Earth.
Jack, hey Tony, did you read Jack's
How is that too? Kevin Gibbs, is interesting that Holmes Hobbies has the ability to do, they use the firmware and all that from Castle, and yet Castle can't get anything going here.
Oh wow! So in chat we got Jury VRC saying, having the hardest decision on deciding on a paint scheme for my lunchbox. Really? That's easy.
yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah, yellow. Painted like the 18 van. That would be cool. Black with a red stripe.
I want a classic yellow one, like when I was a kid, the one I wanted.
Classic yellow, all faded.
I think one would look cool as the 18 van. I don't think I've ever
Gary
seen
V
it.
says he's definitely going to do yellow.
When
Yeah.
we had the build up for them, there was like, I don't know, probably 4 of them that were the 18, Sean.
Oh, there was, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool looking though.
He says he wants to do the Rolling Thunder, which is that Michigan monster truck, the orange one. That's pretty bad.
Rolling Thunder.
Yep.
Hey, the mirrors are actually working. The convex mirrors are actually working pretty good.
Oh wow! So you can actually see who's behind you.
That's a ceiling. And I can see myself in the mirror here. There you go. You can see the camera.
And then Mike G says that's what's missing in the RC, not any van bodies.
Oh yeah, there's not a lot of minivans, that's for sure.
The soccer moms everywhere. Huh?
Van Helsing. My buddy has a monster truck, one that's a Van Helsing minivan looking one. But like
Oh, yeah.
the old transport style with like the really sloped front.
Like, what do you do for an interior? Just fill it with like a mom and a load of kids or something?
Soccer balls.
Yeah. Like, my wife wanted to get one when we had the kids, and I said, absolutely no chance am I driving a minivan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The shagging wagon. Mike G. So The lunchbox, if I'm not mistaken, that's a Dodge. That's a Dodge van.
Yep.
So yeah, we're only missing Ford and Chevy. But yeah, as far as the van, the lunchbox is a Dodge.
I still want that Kyosho Dodge Charger.
Yeah, that's a mean little car. I like the Chevelle better. I don't know, but yeah, that Charger's pretty cool.
I want to paint it like the Dukes of Hazzard. I'm glad they made it orange right off the bat. You don't have to paint it. You just have to get the stickers for it.
Yeah.
Oh, so they made it orange straight away, yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool.
But nowhere you can find that friggin' thing in stock. I'm going to have to go to the hobby store and just order it. And when it comes in, it comes in.
Yeah, that was one of the cool things when I was in Nashville. They actually have a big Dukes of Hazzard store, like
Yeah.
the Cooter's Garage type thing. Pretty
Okay.
It was.
I know I said this, previously in other live streams, but it's always been my dream, to slide in one of those Dukes of Hazzard Chargers. I think it's a 69, right? 68 Charger from the Dukes of Hazzard.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure what. I'm not sure.
I know.
I'm not sure of the date.
I'm sure if I, slide across the hood, I'm probably gonna dent it. But yeah. But look, the only two on-roads that I own, so I got the HPI Flux, and out of the box it was a BMW. I think the M series, I think was an M4, I think, and I converted it into a Toyota Supra because HPI sells you the body and whatnot. So yeah, I just converted to a Toyota Supra, and my other on road, it's the 68 Mustang from Bullet. And actually, that's a Vatera vehicle chassis. So, of course, they don't call it the Bullet Mustang, but it's the same color and almost the same year. But
Of course not, because if they did, they had to pay rates.
exactly,
Yeah.
but they did it exactly like it. And then we got RC Voodoo in the house, and so so it's not a 68. But I was close, man. It was 69. It was a year off.
69, okay.
So speaking of cars, gentlemen, so what would be your dream muscle car?
67
year.
GT 500.
Look at that, right off the bat, Steve-O.
Eleanor.
Eleanor, baby. You don't like the old school Eleanor?
That's what I'm talking about. 67 Shelby GT 500.
No. No,
Eleanor.
the first Eleanor. There's two Eleanors. There's an old school Eleanor, and there's the early 2000s Eleanor.
That's what I said. 67, 1967. Old school.
The first Eleanor was a 1970, I think. It was a yellow. It was a yellow with black. It was a yellow. No, actually, it was all
Yellow
yellow.
and black's the Mach 1. 67 Shelby GT 500 is the first Eleanor. Then they did it again in the 2000s. Trust me, I had the big ass poster with the American flag behind it in my bedroom. Well, my old bedroom. That's the car from Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And then, well, what I meant was the first Gone in 60 Seconds. It's a all yellow Mustang. And yeah, you're right. It's a Mach 1. It's not a Shelby.
Yeah. That's one thing I know is Mustangs. That was my passion before RCs.
The Mustang.
Yeah. Owned 4 of them.
You owned 4 of them?
Yes, I owned 4 of them.
That's when they were good, when they were high.
Yeah, the first one was the 88 GT, then the 95 GT, and then those 2 are 5.0s, and then my 2000 was a 4.6, and then my 2011 GT Premium was back the first year they made 5.0 again.
Oh, wow,
Nice.
look at that.
So how many speeding tickets did you get?
I outran the cops a couple times, but I didn't have a license for a while.
Look at that, man. Me and Steel can relate, but it's different cars.
Well, I did it once in a Ford Focus too, a 2000 Ford Focus 4-cylinder. But the people that were with me insisted that I finally pull over, and I had enough time to light a cigarette up and smoke half of it before they surrounded me. So I was good. I was a good head start on
Yeah.
them. They weren't very happy with me. I got a little ass kicking by Detroit PD, but it is what it is.
They're not allowed to kick your ass.
Oh yeah, there's tons of abandoned houses down in the D where they'll put you inside the abandoned house and have at you.
Do they do the same, Steve? In Northern Ireland, they used to put phone books over us and beat us with. They didn't leave any marks.
Yeah, they put the leather gloves on and do a lot of body shots. So
Yeah, that's what they used to do to us. They used to put the phone books and then beat you so they didn't leave bruises on you.
yeah, you turn internal bleeding.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. So what about you, Tony? What's your input on muscle cars?
I don't think Tony's listening.
He's reading.
Well, mine would be the Stingray, the one with the exhaust coming under the side rails and coming out just by the back wheels.
Split window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with Corvettes, if I'm not mistaken, every year was different, right?
Yeah, I think that one's a late 60s model or something like so.
Like for example, the Chevy
The
Bel
back
Air.
windows or which ones?
What, the split
What?
windows?
Yeah.
I'm not sure the year.
Yeah, the one that has the split back window and the 2 exhausts coming underneath the doors.
Oh, that's a classic right there, man.
Yeah.
I know a little story on that car. So I think the engineers, they were actually fighting about having a split window and having just a plain old, one window.
On the Stingray, yeah?
Yeah. And I don't know where I saw it. I don't know if it was on Jay Leno's garage or I don't know where. But there was a huge debate on that split window on that Corvette.
Yeah, Jay Leno's got everything you want.
Yeah.
But
That is Jay Leno's stuff from Chen. That
Epic RC says effigy muscle car for him. He likes the effigy.
And I don't know if you heard me, Tony, but I asked you, what's your take on muscle cars? What's your favorite one?
I don't know. I almost bought a Challenger back in the day, but My favorite car would be like a '57 Chevy. That would be my dream car to have.
Yeah, my brother had one.
Belvedere? Was it Belvedere's?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. That was, as a kid, that was my favorite car. In Detroit, we had so many old cars. I mean, Steve,
Yeah, Woodward Cruise, Gratiot Cruise.
Yeah, and the '57 Chevy is what always stood out to me. Like you'd see that and that fin on the back. It's just there was something iconic, and I don't know, just pretty much is the favorite car that I had as far as an oldie.
Okay, so right now we got a Ford fan, we got a Chevy fan. What about you, Tank? What's your take on that?
I have no idea. For muscle cars, I don't know. The Camaro is nice. The
Okay.
very first Camaro,
Yeah, they're pretty.
but that's the only thing that pops in my head right now.
So Chevy, Ford, and
Maybe
Chevy,
a nice old. Oh, I know. Me to even go back later than that. I don't think it's muscle car, but it would be like a rat rod, the old time rat rod with the seat at the back there that actually pops up.
Bucket.
Yeah, the T-bucket as a hot rod. That I'd love to get.
A Model T, huh?
Not really Model T. It's the
But yeah, I mean they base it off of that, and then
yeah, more or less.
A 1930s model, and put a big old V8 on there. It's all Frankenstein, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
There is one Ford I would like to get though. I was actually trying to get my hands on one, but the price of them at the minute is ridiculous. And that's the RS 2000.
Oh, the Ford, the Rally.
Yeah, the RS 2000, the Rally. I was trying to get my hands on one there, but the guy was looking like freaking near 30,000 for it, like crazy.
Oh yeah.
Those are hard to get, man. I don't think I've ever seen one ever.
Back home, not so hard to get, They're just everybody knows what they're worth now, That's the problem. The internet's made everybody know what their car's worth. No, that's the problem.
Yep.
Then here in the comment section, we got Jury V saying that it's a 70 Chevelle Super Sport, the 454. Or also a 1970 Camaro with a split bumper. Yeah, actually, that's a.
What about a Monte Carlo? Those things used to be pretty rad.
Right, yeah. 55 Chevy Bel Air. Beanfield says 72 Oldsmobile Cutlass.
I seen one of those in the front of my complex today. It was all decked out with rims and all that stuff. No license plates, so it looked like it was abandoned because it was way up in the front. So I think someone might have had a joyride with it and did it.
The car I would buy
left it
if I
there.
won the lotto, though, it's not a muscle car. I'd get a Chevelle.
A Chevelle?
Brown with the speckled paint, and I'd do it up. I'd make it mint.
Look at that. Look at you. Oh, man. And then we got a Wakey RC with an original GT40. Actually, that would be pretty tough, man.
Yeah, GT40 would be.
Good luck with that one. I would just get the Ford GT, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever heard of this guy called Doug DeMuro. I think that's what his name. So anyway, so this guy reviews cars, on his channel here on YouTube, and so apparently he owns one of those. I don't know if he still does or whatnot, but he actually reviewed it, from hood to the taillight. And one of the things that really caught my eye is that so when you open the door, okay. As you open the door, pretty much the roof is also part of the door. And I'm like, so if you're parked in a parking lot, when you have all the cars, aligned with each other, when you open the door, you can't fit in.
Yeah, that's the problem with it. Same as one of the Lamborghinis that I got as well.
Oh yeah.
You can't like to park it. You need to take 3 parking spots. You know.
Yeah, man. So, and I forgot to ask. So, Garcia, I don't know if you're listening, but what's your take on muscle cars, man?
I would go for the Pontiac GTO Trans Am.
Yeah, it's another nice one.
What year? What year though?
70.
Wow. Yeah, that's it. Now, actually, there's plenty of them. There's the Le Mans, the Judge, and I don't know which other models, but I don't know if
It's
you
just
guys see it.
got V8 on it.
Yeah. But on that year, actually, the tachometer, if I'm not mistaken, the tachometer, I don't know if it's for RPM or miles per hour, but actually the tachometer's outside in the hood, right? 1970? I don't know. Yeah, you have a tachometer outside in the hood.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, you can just you can Google GTO tachometer on hood. There it is. That was pretty cool.
That must be for racing purposes, was it?
What's that, Sean?
That must have been for racing purposes, was it?
I don't know. I'm assuming. I mean, I don't know, but
Yeah.
but actually, when I saw that feature, I'm like, wow, that's something you don't see every day. So if you think about it, like for example, the ZR1 Corvette, you know, the modern Corvette, that it has that display that it shows on your actual windshield.
Heads up
Pretty much.
display.
Hey.
Yeah, the pop-up display.
That's why I don't know if you ever watched that show, but you hear that Bart Jackson's auto
No.
auction.
No, it doesn't sound familiar.
It's good. Like it's just a big auto auction. Like he sells some real classic cars on it.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, it's an auction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Barrett Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, they sell awesome cars there.
Yeah. Some of the cars go through are insane. Like
Yeah. So I guess now it's my turn to say which one's my favorite muscle car. You guys
Okay,
ready?
which one's your favorite muscle car?
This is the first Mopar of the night. It's a Dodge. It's well, actually no, it's Plymouth, right? But still Dodge. So it's a 1970 Plymouth Barracuda. Yep.
Barracuda.
I mean, I just love everything about that car. I mean, you're actually a man when you're driving that car. Never driven one, but I would feel Superman.
I would think about that girl singing the song Barracuda.
Hard.
Yeah. Barracuda.
Yeah, so that's my personal, favorite muscle car. The 70 Barracuda with the I think it's the 446 with the shaker hood. Because there were many hoods that you can choose from, but so you can choose the shaker hood and then the one with the little vents. And I think it's just a plain hood, a bunch of options that you could have chosen, but yeah, little heavy motor on there, with the shaker hood. That'll make it look pretty. And the color, I don't know. To be honest, I love silver. I love black, silver, mean colors. So that would be probably the color that I would choose.
Right?
What's that, Tony?
Keep it simple, right?
Yep. Nothing, nothing fluorescent, nothing, no, just simple. And then Beanfield Alice Turtle says, my brother-in-law had a 1970 Barracuda, mustard yellow. He could scare the crap out of all the... Well, he didn't finish it. And so back to RC. So Wakey RC is asking Sean, is that the original Range Rover shell or the Vogue shell? Sean.
Yeah, it's like the original. I actually just replied to him there. It's a 71 Range Rover.
Okay. And Bocade70 just joined us. How's it going? And then Wakey RC is saying, back in the day, Steve, or now? Because Anne has put on some timber since then.
Because what?
Because Anne has put on some timber since then.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither. So I guess we can probably talk about
Your so your Toyota video today. I just seen it before I came on this chat. Is that I seen 3 of them there. Was one the original turbo, or one the original, and then the other's the turbo?
yeah, they're all re-releases though. Yeah, the Turbo Scorpion was the one that that you saw. So it was the Turbo Scorpion, the regular Optima, and the Kyosho Super Beetle.
Oh, okay. They look actually pretty cool. After this, I'll go on and watch it. I noticed it popped up before I came on.
Hey, this.
Hey, it's CCXRC.
Oh, and now so Wakey RC just replied. It says the singer from Barracuda, Steve.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the chick from Heart.
yeah.
Right.
That's the one.
Ooh, Barracuda. Oh yeah, man. That car is just. Oh, if I could get my hands on one of those.
Would you jam that song if you had one?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Now don't start singing it because we're going to get in copyrights.
Right. So, and I was gonna say, gentlemen, I know that everybody's here, wrenching and whatnot, but so if we go back to RC now, what would be your dream RC vehicle? As far as anything, what would you like to see RC in, the vehicles that you like in real life? Any takes?
An 8x8 military truck.
That's already been done, right, Thetankrc? Well, it depends which one, right?
The ice coach or whatever you call it, the ice coach. You got it done already.
No, but I'd like to have one.
Oh, you
Oh,
like that in person? Yeah, that would.
So that would be your dream rig.
Sure.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Cross RC one, I think it's like 12 or 1,300 bucks or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. But I see, I see on Buying Good now. There's one it's like 500 bucks as well. They brought out one.
Okay.
400 bucks without the sound and without the lights, and 500 bucks with the sound kit and the lights. So I'm sure it would probably it might be worth buying and then just upgrading certain parts of it.
Yeah.
You guys see all those videos on Laminator today? I was like, you got to put all that together when you get it. You pay all that money.
Who got it?
No, the guys from Primal RC put up a bunch of videos today about when you receive your laminator. This is how you put this together. This is how you hook up the brake lines. This is how you put on the shocks.
Also, it comes unassembled.
Yeah, basically not like unassembled. You know what I'm saying? Like it comes in pieces. So not like you have to build up the axles or anything. Those like major parts are done. Like you got to even put details on the body, stuff like that.
So here on chat, Wakey RC says, "What about the World War II half track?" That's pretty cool, man. That's a pretty cool vehicle to see. And then Bocade70 says, "Anyone ever see the Titanic RC that breaks apart and sinks realistically?" I've seen the movie,
Yeah.
you know, but I've never seen it RC.
Come with Leonardo DiCaprio and all that shit.
If it comes with Kate Winslet, it'll be okay, you know.
Huh?
If it comes with Kate Winslet, we'll be okay. We'll all be buying one. You know?
Hey, Tony, have a look at this mirror for the truck. This is crazy.
wow.
I can see myself in it. This is nuts. It's nice.
You're muted, Tony.
And it's got a shiny thing at the back also.
That's amazing looking. That's way better than the ones that came in the Tamiya one.
Nice.
I think I had to paint mine or something.
Oh, yeah?
Steve, is that right? Do we have to paint them?
I didn't open them yet.
Man, Steel
I'll
has
have to look.
plenty on his plate right now.
Well, I have a right and a left, which is a good thing.
Yeah,
Hey, Steve, so how many bills do you have, on weight right now?
I gotta finish this one and then the Avanti and then the Night Hauler. But then I got other, like my SMT10 project I gotta build. And
Hey, you got a
I
lot
think
of
I'm gonna sell my SMT10, the one that I bought when you got yours.
yeah,
I
I
still
bought
haven't
two
done it.
upgrades to sell it. And plus I want to have one. All good to go.
I got to finish my bug and this one. I finally picked up my ragtop roof for the bug today.
You're gonna make it convertible?
Yep. Well, the Herbie the Love Bug does have part of the roof that you can actually open.
Really?
Of course.
Yeah, it has like a canvas fold-away part from the actual Love Bug.
Yeah.
I thought only Fiats would do that. I don't know. Ignore me.
What did you say?
I thought only Fiats would do that.
No, after that you said ignore me, and that's why I said, what did you say?
Oh.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
It's my
I
French.
didn't hear the Fiat part. I wasn't sure if it was directed to me or not. I was looking at iJump RC is with those new Traxxas vehicles. I don't know if you've ever seen any iJump RC videos, but they're epic. He does a lot of the Traxxas ones.
Okay.
And he's in Vegas with the guys from Traxxas. Or this might be an older picture, but showing a little promo shot. Pretty cool. Does look pretty big when you see it scale wise though, with the person in it. See the guy in the back holding it?
Yeah.
Pretty good size.
Wakey RC says thought Fiats were RC. Yeah, they're small little cars.
Fiats are pretty much an RC car, right?
That and the what is it? The Smart for Two.
Right.
Oh, that car's a joke, man.
No, it's saving the environment.
Yes, come on now.
Come on.
I couldn't picture being sitting in it in the highway and a big trailer flying right by you,
But then again, you're saving the environment, Sean. Didn't you hear Tony?
Yeah.
The hell about your safety, man.
That Smart for Two car is very strong because I actually saw on the news this morning. There was an accident with a Smart for Two with another car that was head to head on, and the Smart for Two had barely had any scratches on it, and the other one, like the whole front end was banged up.
Was
Really?
it Chevy?
I'm not sure which one it was.
So you can play bumper cars with smart cars. Is that what you're saying,
Yes.
Jay?
Yeah, they're pretty strong.
You can take it to your local festival or fair. Denali Underground. Hey, man. How's it going? Good evening.
Hey,
Welcome.
Denali, how you doing?
But
Everybody's wrenching away here on stuff.
Except me, actually.
Steve, there's a link in the chat for you.
huh?
There's
The
a
link.
in the chat for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
The that I finished that Jeep, that EX 86 100, and the steering sucks on it. Probably because it's lock diffs, partly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
very cool. Very cool.
But the steering is like such a huge radius. I'm gonna have to see if I can't get any more from my remote to push it a little bit.
It's getting pretty close, Trail Critter. I just need to get
Nice.
the eyes and the ears or whatever.
Dude, that looks awesome.
Showed me a Lightning McQueen that was like this. Those were
Oh, yeah.
a blue and a red one in that link.
Dig it.
So what other cars are compact cars? So what I know about those smart vehicles, I think Mercedes-Benz was behind that build, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, but in Europe, we got lots of them. Like we get the Citroen Saxos, the Volkswagens. There's everything like the Renault Clios, like so many cars that you don't get in America. Like,
Oh yeah.
that's a we laugh at. Like at home, you see somebody with 2 liter. They're rich. Here, like 2 liters are for milk.
I seen a commercial of a new Volkswagen bus that looked all like a spaceship.
Oh yeah, the new electric one or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even like Peugeot, you don't get Peugeot cars like Peugeot 106 and stuff. You don't get any of them over here.
Yeah,
No,
106.
Peugeot, yeah.
Yeah, Peugeot.
We get bicycles. We get bicycles here that are Peugeot.
Yeah, I know it's weird. Like you don't get their cars though. It must be something to do with emissions or something. I don't know.
Oh man, and here it is. So Bach870 says new Toyota Supra is a BMW powered. WTF. So I've been a Toyota Supra fan, when I was a lot younger, and I'm actually mad at Toyota because of that.
You should not be.
You shouldn't.
Yes.
For the Supra, the Toyota Supra.
Toyota was associated with Yamaha. I don't know if they still are. Toyota has been associated with Subaru and now BMW.
Yeah. The thing I laugh at, there's right up beside me where I live, the whole North America BMW headquarters is here. But the thing I laugh at, the guy running the company always drives in the McLaren P1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like, you think he should be driving the BMW or something,
Trail Critter RC says, RC Battery Boy, I want someone to make a DeLorean in RC. Actually, that would be pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Would be.
But which one though? I mean, the one with the Mr. Fusion, the one with the hook, or the
what
one with
happens if it hits 88 miles an hour though? You lose your RC.
Fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty neat, man. agree with you on that one.
Did you ever ride one of them DeLoreans? It's like sitting in a freaking boat.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, it's crazy. Like how rocky they are.
So for what I understand, those DeLoreans were very underpowered.
Yeah.
Top speed, 88 miles per hour.
And how many
So
gigawatts?
88
1.8.
gigawatts.
Long
Gigawatt.
as long as there's enough lightning from the clock tower, they're good.
Yeah.
The perfect RC for a DeLorean, you know, from the movie, it would have to make the exact sound, you know, like when you open the door, it's like, "Ee!" And then, you know, I
How'd
don't
that
know.
go again?
Huh?
How'd that go again?
No, I'm not gonna do it again. Watch the movie. But yeah, you know, it would be pretty neat if somebody could make, you know, the module, you know, of all the sounds and come up with a body. And actually, even to make it hover, maybe you can put you know, some props on there and make it fly. I don't know. Something cool, I guess. To see. And John Martin, Tank, is asking if he can get a link so he can join, see if his equipment works.
No, it's starting to get somewhere.
I can do that. I have the technology, I think.
Stickers starting to transform it.
So, Tony, to bring the text in from the chat, was that a special plugin for OBS?
No, you just have to what do you have to do? You have to just go when you're setting yours up, you just do the pop-out window of your control room where the chat is, and you just copy and paste that into
Okay, cool.
what is it called?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Window or something.
Yep.
Chat live. It's window capture. No.
Yep.
Chat.
Yeah, he's just capturing a window that's open. That you have open. I get that.
Yeah, window capture, and then you use that.
So
Yeah.
Bloomfield Alice Turtle says the only problem I've had with my Kia Soul is it shimmies real bad at 120 miles an hour. Well.
Yeah, you gotta hate when it does that.
Yeah, you might want to slow down there, buddy. Check your tie rod while you're at it.
120, you're only getting going.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I hit that in third gear.
The quickest I've gone was like 175 on the New York Freeway. But the side about it in New York, if you get caught doing over 100 miles an hour, they actually impound your car.
Yeah, reckless driving.
Yeah, they actually impound it, but you don't get it back. They actually send in the auction.
Yeah.
You actually get sent the auction.
You do not get it back?
No, they impound your car.
I've lost a lot of cars to auctions.
If you want it back, you got to go to the auction and buy it back.
Yeah.
Wow.
One of my friends lost his car because of that too. So yeah, I mean, back in the day, I used to do a lot of street racing, and so everything got rated, and then so as we were leaving, they roadblocked my friend, and they handcuffed him. And I mean, I was leaving, right, but yeah, they took his car, and then actually they revoked his license, and yeah, he actually did like a month in jail. I think somebody bailed him out, but yeah. And
yeah, I watching a thing about taxes though. Like taxes, they take the cars from drug dealers and stuff and turn them into highway patrol cars.
Hmm.
I seen a highway patrol guy. He's driving one of them Chevy 9s, the
Wow.
Z9 or the Z06.
Yeah, they do that here too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same here too.
I would end up become a highway cop just for that. To get them high performance stuff.
Hey guys, I gotta go. I gotta get up early. So good hanging out. Tank is looking good. What color you gonna paint it?
Surprise.
Okay, cool.
I'm taping it right now.
Ah, we'll have fun.
Because that's what it says in instruction. I have to put some smoke black here.
Ah, that's gonna be cool.
So I'm going to start taping it and see what kind of damage I can do.
Good deal. All right, well, you guys have fun.
We'll see
Thank
you,
you.
bro.
Bye, Tony. See you later. See you Monday night.
See you
Yeah.
tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is RC talk.
No, I know that his Monday,
Thursday.
his conspiracy of Axial was Monday night.
Okay.
Yeah.
More than the Axial is.
Let me catch up with Chad here, gentlemen, really quick. So we're talking about making real life cars into RCs. So Bocate 70 says Starchy and Hutch, Ford Gran Torino, the Cool RC2, the 18 band, Speed Racers, Mach 5, Green Hornet car, etc., etc. And then Denali Underground said the Koenigsegg. Yeah, actually, that's a pretty fast car. Bokeh 870 says Smokey the Bandit, Semi, Trans Am. And Luis LP, I guess, joined us a while back ago. Jury V says, okay, next I want one of those Kyosho kits, but money is super tight next month. Yeah, man, that's the only downfall.
Yep.
Bouquet says fleeing and the eluding mandatory 2 years in states. Yep.
Talking about
Everybody's saying later
and
to tell me so.
they're re-releasing that. Did you know that?
Which one?
The one from Smokey and the Bandit, the Trans Am, they're actually re-releasing. They're making I guess it's for a certain anniversary or something. Doing an anniversary model.
Oh, yeah?
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool. Like, I'm sure they'll only probably make so many of them where they can charge a complete arm and leg in, where the average Joe will never afford one. You know?
Yep.
Jury V says, someone should make the Ecto one into RC. That would be my movie, RC I want. That would be pretty cool, man. Ghostbusters theme, everything.
Yeah, the Ghostbusters car, I looked for it to try to get a body for it, but I couldn't find it. Especially a 110. I found some smaller ones, but not a 110.
Do you know a good place to look, Tank? Do you have Facebook Marketplace?
Yep.
Yeah, go on them. There's a lot of them on that Facebook Marketplace.
And then Dan Charron says, hey, Frank, my old pal, how many RC trucks you got?
How are you doing, Dan? I'm about at 48.
Oh, wow. So we're almost tied, Tank.
How many have you got, Blyther?
Around there. I always lose track when I get more.
And that's not counting the ones I have in boxes.
Yeah, so. Then Luis LP is saying hi to Steve-O.
What's up,
I'm
Louis?
saying hi to Louis. How's it going?
RC3.
Oh. He always calls me Mr. Taco,
Mr. Taco.
which is cool. Yeah.
Probably missed it. Has anybody heard from Javier lately?
11 Charlie. I think he's going to school, something like that.
Oh, he's doing the night classes or something. That's right. Yeah.
I heard from him the other day. He's doing all right.
And then Bocate70 says, working on my Kyosho Dodge Demon Inferno. Oh, wow, so we got that one. Also
I'm
have
putting the million stickers on this thing. So that's what it's looking like so far.
I'm gonna be doing that tomorrow with the Kyosho Turbo Optima.
Putting stickers.
Yep. Yeah, the body's already painted. All I need to do is just put stickers on there.
This has a lot more, kind of more black than I thought, so that's good. Like this.
No, it looks awesome, man. The original cutter had to be wide, right? But that looks awesome.
Yeah, it changed up a little bit. It's going a lot smoother than I thought it would with all these freaking stickers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just like I said, I started with number 1, and then it's mainly the biggest stickers, and then it goes to the smaller stickers, and then down to the
layers and layers, huh?
So,
hey, so Tank, we got some feedback on the chat here. So Dan Charron says the changing of cameras is annoying.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I can fix that.
I knew you can.
There you go. Yeah, the camera changes when somebody speaks.
The only issue is that the person that don't have video don't show up, and that would be me.
That is correct. But nobody wants to see you anyways.
Yep. So, in case you're curious, the guy that's actually talking the most.
Yeah, is the guy who does the video, yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. That's your job tonight. Your night is reading the chat, making sure we get the comments because we're not looking at the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, we fixed it, Dan. So there you go. And so Luis LP says, I'm surprised I'm awake. Jerry V says, I now have 9 RCs. Well, there you go, man. That's how it starts. Trust me. You'll be at 50 before you know it.
Yeah, you start with 1 and then you end up with a whole bunch.
Whole bunch. So
I was going to say, Frank, that many RCs, you might as well open a shop.
well, I mean, more of a museum than a shop. But yeah, man. And then Bocate70 says, or you quit, Pastor Boy. Oh, I don't know, man. It's hard to quit. I'll tell you that. Because look, I drew the line back in 2017 when I decided to start my channel. Okay, I said I'm gonna work with what I have. I have plenty, and next thing you know, I just kept going and going and growing. So, but yes, I'm a little bit more cautious. What I get now. Back then, it was just like, oh, I like it. Oh, I like it. Oh, ooh, fancy.
Oh yeah, you do gotta watch your budget.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Oh, quilts, Basher Boy. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. And also, so my favorite quilt is actually dirty. Actually, I haven't even washed it yet. But yeah. Usually you see RCs on top of that, but yeah. I wish I would have a better studio, but let's see. The Trail Critter RC says, like chips, can't have just one. That's correct. And then Dan Charron says, my garage is 100 feet long by 40 wide. Bet we can both do some races in here. I bet, man.
Well, the local boys are looking for a garage to do some racing track in there. If you want to make spare money there, speak up. If you have a big garage there, we can do the winter races there, and you get rent for the winter.
And then that was Dan Charon's comment, Tank. So
Yeah. Oh, I know, Dan.
okay. Luis LP says 313. Check out my retail bash. Oh,
What?
I think he bashed his Arma, right? His 3S, what is it? 4S Arma 3S. What is it?
When was that?
I haven't even.
When was that? Today?
I don't know, man. I've been busy today too. I don't know.
Must have been.
I'll check it out too.
Yeah, I think there was put a video up earlier.
Yeah, definitely.
And Jury VRC says more Bigfoot parts come in tomorrow. Oh, sweet.
Let me show Dan something real quick.
Sure.
So if I go here and I come here and I go spotlight video and I go like that. Hey Dan, it's me. So there's a bunch of my RCs here at the back. There's the one I built, which is with an old Tonka camper truck. My slash 4x4 is there, and I have a whole bunch of other one behind my back. And I have boxes everywhere because I'm now building a semi truck, a Mercedes. So lots of fun. And there's my big 6x6. I'd love to get an 8x8, but every time you get something, there's always something new that comes out, and you say, wow, it'd be so cool to have that. So now there's a whole bunch of 6x6 that came out. My beast is actually going down in price because now more people are going to have 6x6.
Amen to that. Because I have one ready to run. I only use it maybe like 3 times, 4 times.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Lewis says he broke the lower arm.
Yeah, I was reading that.
I broke my lower arm too on the Typhoon.
It'll be interesting to see the price of tracks is 6x6, like, you know,
Yeah.
what price they come out with.
I think Hemistorm put it on Instagram how much it was going to be.
Yeah, people were saying they seen it on the website, but I read through it all and I couldn't see a price. People were saying $5.99, like, but I couldn't see the price on Traxxas website, so maybe my eyes are just bad.
Now he picked up a Limitless today. Nice.
Trail Creator, he says I should do a studio shop tour. Before I do that, I'm going to have to clean up because it's a mess.
Oh, someone has picked up a Limitless today.
Yeah.
Limitless. Cool.
Yeah,
It was
I know
True Boys, right?
Brian ran one, like, so. You know, Brian Reynolds, he done the unboxing of his yesterday or the day before. Yeah. It's like crazy how long it took them things to hit stores. That's just wondering, like, with that Mojave, like, what's it going to be Christmas before you actually get your hands on one?
Probably.
Oh, wow, Denali Underground picked up the Limitless today. That's cool, man.
Denali picked one up too.
Yeah.
Cool. Pretty cool. What system you going to put in that, Denali?
Yeah, let us know. So Dan Charon says that he's from, I don't know if you read, Tank, but let me go back he's in Cardinal, Ontario.
Yeah, Cardinal. Yeah.
So, and then he says, I was thinking I was collecting a lot of diecast cars, but you got some. Do you sell them? That's what Dan Charon says.
No, I don't sell them.
I don't think no one here sells RCs. I wouldn't sell mine.
I know it's I keep saying, oh, I'll sell this one to buy another one, and then the next thing you know, I have another one sitting beside the one I was talking about selling.
I have sold a few just to make space.
Yeah.
Hey, Pedro, I just replied to you.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah, my wife went crazy there a few weeks ago because she normally doesn't go up the stairs to the spare rooms, but her mother was coming over and her mother wanted the big spare room. My wife opened the door and just there's RC trucks everywhere and parts everywhere, like. So the mother-in-law had to go in the smaller spare room, and I was like, "What's she complaining about? She's still getting a room, like, you know." That didn't go down too good either.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, complaining about the mother-in-law, you know.
Okay, so Botcade70 says Axial should layer up with Traxxas, the way Traxxas did on Arma. Then Dan Charron says, nah, Frank, your place is not a mess. Wakey RC says, I have the Kyosho next with the optional sandrail build. Haven't had time to do that yet. And then Beanfield Alice Turtle says, I think it's like for something. I guess we're talking about the Traxxas stuff. And then Dan Charron says, hey, any of you need a building table? I got a hobby building table from the 1970s. It's like new.
Oh yeah. Most of the people that are on this stream, Dan, are actually out of town. They're all in the States. And Tuga RC is a little farther away.
Yeah.
A little too far away.
Very, very
Toga RC will take it if you pay for the shipping.
Yeah.
And then Jarivi says the Limitless kit will be here till November, same as the Infraction. And then Luis LP says I keep all my RCs, same here, amen to that. Jarivi says I was going to sell my nitros, but decided to make them shelf quits. Well, there you go.
Cool. Yeah, my brother too tried to sell them, but everybody wants them for cheap. So he said, screw that, I'm just going to keep them.
And then Denali Underground just said Max 6 with 1650 kV mortar. That's going to be a hell of a build, man.
Cool.
And then Botcade. Am I pronouncing it right? Babacade 70. People don't realize the Arma Kraton has a 10-tooth pinion in front, and the rear diff and the Typhon Sentin fraction have 13 tooth. They are interchangeable if anyone decides to drag their infraction. There you go. Or you know.
And now you know.
Oh, so Denali said he's going to put a Max 6W with a 1650 motor.
Yeah.
I just thought, like, the only reason I don't really do speed runs or anything is there's way too much walking involved. Like they spend a lot of time walking after the vehicle.
What do you mean, crawlers? You got to walk beside it all the time.
Yeah, I know, but at least it's right beside you. Like, you're not walking half a mile down the road to get something that's in a ditch somewhere, you know?
Okay.
Well, that's where your driving skills come into play, man.
Yeah, but when it's that far out of sight, you can't see it. Like,
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. So Wakey RC says, gotta go, guys. Busy day ahead. Left a like, later all. Take it easy.
Later, Paul.
Later.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in.
finally, the inner fender secured.
Leroy, it looks like you're building a chassis out of paper. The way you
Yeah,
cut it.
basically I am too. I bet
He's
you
actually-
if I took the plastic away and just left the stickers, it would still stay in one place.
No, the real thing in here is that Steve was actually doing his kindergarten homework.
Yeah.
It's just crazy though. That many stickers, you'd think they would make them pre-cut. You just peel them, like.
Yeah, that would be nice if they're pre-cut. This thing would be.
Yeah, but it's crazy for that many. They don't make them pre-cut, like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they didn't waste an inch of paper on this. They filled it up with as many decals as they can. This is the second page of decals I'm working with right now.
So you finished one page already?
The main stuff, yeah.
Man, I wish I can get a head start on the Kyosho Turbo Optima. Just by watching Steve, it's like, oh, that's gonna be me tomorrow.
But you must be done with that. No, I don't know.
I am. No, yeah, the vehicle's already done. I was telling Tank earlier that, so what I need to do is just adjust my endpoints on the servo, just the endpoints on the ESD, and then the tie rods, I need to align the car a little bit more because, you know, they were a little bit offset. And yeah, just pretty much tweaking. And before I do all of that, I'm just gonna focus on the body tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, it's 90% done already.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Are you done all the painting and everything, or is that what you're doing tomorrow?
Yeah, the painting, I did it earlier this evening. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just waiting for it to dry
Is
up.
it not hard for you to paint down there? Like, you know, does the humidity not come into play when you're painting? No.
But here in Texas, it's dry. We don't have any humidity.
Oh, you don't get the humidity. Oh, okay.
It's super hot and dry.
Yeah, because that's the sucky thing about up here, like the humidity. It'll be curved when you actually paint. You know.
Oh, here you come to West Texas, and literally you see cracks everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everything cracks here because it's so dry.
Yeah, it sounds like freaking Arizona. It's the worst place. Even when I fly over Arizona now, I close my eyes.
This masking is going to take me a long time. There's a lot of little things I go around, and I guess before I paint, I'm going to have to prime, and it's going to be a pain.
Well, you're almost there.
It's going to look good.
Yeah. So let me catch up on chat here again. So Louis LP says I'll get the infraction soon. Beanfield Alice Turtle says my sister had a General Lee long time, and she used to drive me to school. Sweet. Brandon Tibnan just joined us. So welcome. And then Ali Underground says 28 tooth pinion gear and 39 tooth spur gear. So, and Dan Charron says, France sent you a picture of what I am working on. Mind if it's near done compared to the start picture. I don't really understand that, but yeah.
Hey, I got lots of messages.
But yeah, and I will say again that so the Kyosho Turbo Optima is 90% done. The paint is already finished, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the decals, tomorrow. I did a video today of, Kyosho Wednesday in regards of the build, and I just decided to ask my viewers, what should I do with the vehicle? How would you want me to showcase it? I haven't read the comments yet because I've been here, live here with Tank and rest of my buddies here. But as soon as, I get, a more set answer what the people want to see, I'm going to go ahead and do so.
Oh, yeah. Looks like that 6x6 truck is going to come in 2 colors. On Facebook, guy that owns a local hobby store here posted it. He says he's got 4 coming and it's going to be in stores October 25th.
Oh wow.
And they come in. He's got 2 silver and 2 black. So he's got that coming.
Did he give you a price point on them or no?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to check. The gray is said to arrive October 25th, and the black is actually October 15th. So the black is going to be sooner.
Yeah, because I think next week they're actually getting shipped to hobby stores, just the pre-model for the people to review and look at, you know.
Canadian, $869.
Oof, man.
No, forget it. And I'm sure it's gonna be like $600 US.
Yeah, you're looking about 650.
That's insane, man. Isn't it?
No.
So like, why would you pay that when you just go and buy the Axial 6x6 for like 490 or something, innit?
Yeah.
Forget the Axial, man. You can get a UDR with that money.
I know, yeah, that's it. Like, it's fucking craziness.
Well, in that case, over here is going to be about 1,000.
Yeah, that. Wow.
That's how much more expensive they are over there, Toby, yeah?
Sorry, was that question
I
for
think
me?
that's how much more expensive they are over there, yeah?
Yeah, although I was comparing the prices between here and the States, and like let's say the Traxxas, the one with the tracks over there is like 600. Let me see.
Yeah.
It's like $600 or something. Let me double check.
Look, maybe I should buy a load and then go home and visit my mother for Christmas.
So this is what Dan Charon's project is. This is what he's building right now.
Oh wow. Oh.
Oh, sweet.
Cool.
So that's with the shell on, and that's without the shell on.
Oh, that's nice.
That's like a Noble Racer, right? Or a Dragster?
No,
It's a dirt track.
It's for the oval dirt tracks, you know?
Yeah.
They goes in along with the kite cars and stuff. Right?
Trans Am.
I haven't been on Kevin Talbot's channel in a long time. Has he ever done anything with that monster truck body that he had?
I don't know. I know he's been working on that for a long time.
Yeah, I haven't been on his channel in a long time. I know he has the whole roll cage in his garage.
We have John Martin in the house. I don't know if you can hear us. Hello.
Hey, John, how you doing?
Did you find the price of that toga?
Yeah. So on the States, the Traxxas for with the tracks, that's like $569. Over here is £700.
£700? What?
Yeah.
Now, is that a lot?
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's like that's
It's
about
like
$850, $90.
Is $855.
Fuck me, I'm gonna buy a load of them and go home and visit my mother for Christmas. bring them back and sell them to everyone for Christmas.
That would be some pretty good profit, man.
Yeah, that's it. And selling them cheaper than the RC stores over there, still making profit. You know. My mother would know there's something up though. The only time is when I need bed and breakfast. You know. Normally I go home for some golf outing or something. She's like, "You never come home just to see me." Always a reason. Actually, she's coming out here in November. I could send her back with them. Then I wouldn't even have to go back myself.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the question is, would the airline charge you extra luggage?
Sure, if they charge you an extra $50 per suitcase, you get two of them in the suitcase anyway. You know, send
Yeah.
four home, send 4 or 5 of them home. Send an extra $100 just. You know.
Just doing nothing, huh? That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. It was 12:38 on the court.
I know. I was looking at the time also. It's almost time to shut it down.
Yeah, I'm gonna smoke one more cigarette and call it a day. I got a good amount done with this guy. So
That's sweet looking, Steve. Good job, man.
thanks, man. It's getting there.
Let me present you real quick there, Steve-O.
All right,
Spotlight video. There you go.
there you go. It's starting to get there, guys. Numbers.
The black and silver actually looks very good.
Yeah.
That was the master plan, like I said yesterday. So
It's looking good, mate.
thanks, man.
Beautiful.
Right now. Till tomorrow, we'll work on it some more.
Yeah, I almost bought that kit, but my budget didn't allow it. So next time.
This actually wasn't that much.
Yeah,
I think it was like 150 or something, maybe 160.
Yeah, that's almost two. Well, it's 220 or 230 here.
Oh wow.
Forget what John paid for his because he's got one.
I'm surprised actually how cheap a lot of them Tamiya's are.
Oh, yeah.
I always thought they were way more expensive until I started looking into them.
Well,
Yeah.
if you wait for specials, they're not bad because they do come on special.
Yeah, because I was actually looking at a couple of the rally cars. I was thinking of picking up a couple of rally cars.
Yeah, most of the builds that we do for a build house are under $200, just so more people can get into them.
Yeah. That's it. I didn't realize. I thought they were way more expensive, like, you know.
The Avanta's one of them. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, most.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I always just figured the price because I was always looking at the, what do you call that, the Tamiya high lift. I was always
Yeah, the high lift is expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's over $1,000 for that one. That's like almost 1,100.
yeah, so that's what I was basing my guess of the rest of them off then, like, you know, till I started looking into them.
Yeah, my personal favorite is the Tamiya Mountain Rider. It's still the Hilux, but it's red instead of that blue.
Yeah. Hey, there's Javier.
Oh, there's Charlie.
And then Charlie, hey, good evening, man. What's up?
You just missed the progress on the Toyota hybrid.
Did you know that the founder, you know, I don't know his first name, but Mr. Toyota, his first invention was a sewing machine.
Oh, yeah?
The guy's first invention.
Huh?
The Toyota guy's first invention was a sewing machine.
Yeah, it was, yeah, and you can quote me by it, yeah.
It's crazy, enough.
And then he came here to the States, and then he saw the assembly line and the Ford industry, and then he took all that into the Japanese, and he made his own line, car line. The Toyota Corona, I think it's one of the first cars in production. So, the more you know.
Here's that joint. John?
Yeah, now we can see John.
There's John. How you doing, John? You're just in time. Oh, your audio is not working. You got to go to your camera settings and audio settings and choose the right camera. There's a little arrow beside the mic. Click there and choose the right camera, the right microphone that you're using. Oval track.
I believe he's using his phone.
Yeah,
So
probably.
just press on the, or you should have a button where it says mute, unmute.
Is that based off a slice, John, or what's it based off of?
It is a / two-wheel drive.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, stay safe. Love and Charlie. Be in prayers.
Yeah, man. Stay safe, man. I totally forgot about that hurricane, but yeah, man.
Oh yeah, I think Monday it's meant to be coming in, Charlie, is it? Meant to be
Thanks for
hitting
coming in, bud.
earlier. See, that's why you need to come back to New York, 11, Charlie. You know?
No, he loves Texas. He needs to come back to Texas.
Yeah, he's born and raised in New York, though. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Everything is bigger over here in Texas.
Yeah, and
I get
just
off
like their ego.
everything got big in Texas. I get off the airplane and even my jumper grew 2 inches. You know?
But yeah, I mean, joking aside, 11 Charlie, Javier, stay safe, man, and
Yeah, absolutely.
stay away from those windows, and stick with family.
Yeah, John is frozen.
Yeah.
He's frozen in time.
Yeah. I was never in El Paso. But I was in Dallas, I was in Houston, and I was in Austin. I've never been to El Paso.
Well, it's a small town, man, but if you compare to Dallas or Houston, yeah, those are big cities.
Yeah.
El Paso is considered not a big city, but we're intermediate. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty to do here.
See you later, Jury VRC. Thanks for dropping in.
Yeah.
Take
Later, Jerry V. Yeah, the
it easy, man.
Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on your way out.
Yep.
Yeah, the company I work for, Beischer, they do a lot of work in Texas. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They've offices all over America. Like they've offices in Los Angeles, Chicago, Boston, New York. They're actually next year they're actually opening one in Dallas as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, the company I work for, they actually have their own town named after them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's Batesville, Indiana. So if you ever want to check out where Basher Boy works, that's where I work, Batesville, Indiana. Well, headquarters is there.
Oh yeah. Well, guys, it's 12:46. So we'll do a round table goodbye to everybody, and we'll start with John Martin because he's frozen and we can't hear him. So John Martin, go ahead and say bye to everybody. I don't think he's where he's living. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I know you're frozen. RC Basher Boy, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was fun. Take it easy. We'll see you in the next one.
Shen's RC.
Thanks everybody for stopping in the chat and taking the time to actually chat. And Tank as usual, thanks for having me. And Beischer, it's actually good to have you back in the chat.
Thank you.
Two guys C.
Thank you very much for coming, guys, and I'll see you next time.
Cool. The sun is coming up behind you. That's cool.
Yes, it is.
Steve O.D.
Later, guys.
Cool. And let me switch camera so you can see my face. I can actually look at you guys directly in the camera to your screen. Anyways, thanks, guys. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to thumbs up. It really helps on the YouTube stuff. And thumbs down, but leave a comment why your thumbing's down. I'd really like to know. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow night on RC Talk. And we'll probably talk about all those RCs that are coming out lately, that all the news that this week that Tony from CCXRC has been talking and what you've been seeing. So we'll try to get some info and talk about that tomorrow night. So talk to you guys later.
Peace out.